Moving slow. There we go. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
StreamYard was moving slow.
Good
How is everybody
afternoon.
today? It is good to see music in here. Sugar Plum Fairy, Bobby Pizzelli, Mary Brown. There's Willow.
Thanks, guys, for
We've got
taking over.
Cinnamon. Hi, Denise. Big hugs and love to you.
Back into the puppies. And Gage has an
Going
appointment.
down the line, making sure I'm not missing anybody. Hi, Ma Pal. Hello, beautiful Beth. Actually, we're all beautiful in there. It's good to see everybody in here today. So today, I wanted to put a show together with the three different ways that we three ladies do our jewelry. I do mine with beads, Native American beadwork. Edna does hers with. You got anything to show them, like your big beads, the millimeter stuff. Everybody's seen Edna's beautiful work with her necklaces and earrings. And then of course, Mom, she does hers with silversmith with a lot of silver. So there's three different ways of all of us doing and designing our beautiful work. So I'm going to go ahead and let each one, Mom and Sandy, tell you what they're doing today, and then I'll go last. So I guess we can go with age before beauty, or shall we say a fine wine before.
You want to get a little cheese to go with that wine?
Oh yeah. We'll be the cheese, you be the wine.
All right. Well, this is kind of cool to be on with my two daughters. That's kind of an honor. Oh, and they disappeared on me. Uh-oh. Well, guys, I just picked up this Suturlite and thought we would do something with that and put this turquoise with it. So I'm going to probably do a pendant with this and see how it turns out. That's it. Make me small.
Are you done? You're done? Okay, now we have Edna.
Okay. Oh,
Hi, Lynn.
I am working with kyanite.
Nice.
We're making necklaces and earrings today. I also have, these are really cute, that's going on it, the little silver tone space makers. It's got a little, trying to get it to, little swivel in there. I also have the little crystal rondelles. I am making it with the soft flex.
And what is soft flex?
It's a wire.
A beading wire? Oh, right there.
Yeah.
It says right there. Dirt, dirt, dirt.
Oh, and it's blue, Edna?
Yes,
is the
it's
wire
blue to match. Yes.
Okay.
Then I also have the metal seed beads to go between. And of course, French wire. Always to protect the end where the lobster claws and stuff go, the findings. Got the 925 hooks. What are these called again, sis? I forgot.
Hooks.
Well, the name of these kind.
Lever back.
Yeah, lever back. And the crimp covers to cover the crimps. And the most important of all, with them to go with, is these lovely tools.
Okay, what are each tool?
Oh, this one is the round nose pliers, the chain nose pliers, the cutter, flush cutter, so flush cutter.
I have a hard
And
time saying it too.
these are really good to have when you make jewelry. It's the real tiny little needle nose pliers. They get into the little grooves of everything. And we also have the non-tarnish wire, size 20. And that's it.
Okay. Now we're back to me, everybody. So today I'm going to be beading a pendant. I have a bear paw already on my pellon. I've colored it in, so that way I know exactly what color and how the design is going to lay out.
I love that.
And my beads that I'm using today are size 11 Miyuki seed beads. They're all opaque, and the colors that you saw in the bear paw, these 4 colors are the colors of a medicine wheel. And medicine wheel, if you're wearing it, if you have one hanging in your home, keeps good health. It also can bring you good luck. And there's plenty of information out there about the medicine wheel online. Excuse me. So I've got my black rhinestone banding to use around parts of the paw. Size D Nymo thread, which is a nylon, and of course my beeswax to protect my thread. It prevents it from knotting up. It also helps your thread stay for a long while. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to start beading this pendant. So hopefully, I hope that I can get mine done within the show, because beading can be very intricate, just like everything else that they're doing. And I guess I can put all 3 of us up there so that way you can see us all while we work. And I'm changing my camera.
Yep. Oh, get mine over there.
Guess I'll change mine.
Okay, before we go any further, are there any questions about anything that we are doing today?
Whoa.
Maybe not. That's fine. Okay, so of course I've thread my needle, and the needle that I'm using is a size 11 needle. And it's a John James needle. Some quilters use this, the short John James needles as well, but many of us beaders out there who have a hard time hanging on to the long needles, or sometimes like in my case, my RA, sometimes I don't realize I'm gripping the needle too hard and I break it. So the short John James size 11, which is thicker, works best for me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start laying my banding. Mom?
Yeah.
Willow says, she says, just Sandy, the tealish stone you held up in the other live is most likely Amazonite.
Ammonite. Okay. This one. Thank you, Willow.
And then, another thing here, Willow's saying to you, Tamara asked in other chat that you check your email. She sent you one.
Okay. I will do that later.
You're welcome, Willow.
Thank you, Willow.
Maybe Willow might want to come in and read the chat while we're busy working, and we can answer questions or whatever. Would you like to come in, Willow?
That would be great.
I know, because we're all going to be working with our hands here.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to read and work at the same time, but
All right. Thank you, Willow.
thank you, Willow.
I've never heard of those beads or needles, Carol Ann. I will look them up and I'll try one. I'm never too shy to try something new.
Huh.
And we've got Willow.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you doing, hon? I know you wasn't feeling good there for a little bit.
Yeah, getting rear-ended by a semi kind of screws up your world. But I'm doing better, thank you.
That's good.
Hi, Willow.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
Now, what did you call this thing again? Ammonite?
Amazonite?
Oh, Amazonite.
Yeah, you can look it up on Google and you'll see a matchup. You said tealish, and I knew that was it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of on the greenish side of teal, but it's really pretty.
And that's what amazonite is.
I can't wait to see it polished.
It's beautiful. I think you'll find a new favorite.
Uh-oh. I have no idea where I got it from. I don't know.
It would be hard to say in that stash of yours.
I know. People have sent me things, so somebody might have sent it to me. I just don't know.
Well, play with it. Like I said, you might find a new favorite.
Cool.
That stuff polishes it beautifully.
Do you know what the metaphysical properties of it is?
Not off the top of my head, but I can have them here in about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Google wonderful?
That are my books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, books
Here
are
we
good.
go. Amazonite is a soothing stone. It calms the brain and nervous system and aids in maintaining optimal health. Balances the masculine and feminine energies. Amazonite helps you see both sides of a problem or different points of view. It soothes emotional trauma, alleviating worry and fear.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, babe.
What a great stone.
Yeah, it's great when life is kind of like what we have now, a cluster muck.
Well, let everybody know the smoke is back in our neighborhood.
Oh,
We
dear.
are experiencing now not just California fires, but Oregon fires. So, and Washington and Idaho.
Goodness, so prayers for everybody in those areas that are experiencing that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Carrie,
And then I hope you're not in a bunch of smoke.
in my area, no, nothing.
Good.
Which, I mean, they tamped down burning like early April and they've held it, so.
And I really think that Mother Nature's been pretty cruel. I mean, the snowstorms that happened in central states. We're supposed to experience Indian summer next, right?
I don't know, it's chilly here right now.
Yeah, I had to
Carol Ann in the chat says, has anyone tried the Sashiko needles? I like those for beading because they come in different sizes.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to look it up and try it.
Yeah, I've always used John James.
And I do, at the end of the show, have a jewelry jar, everybody, so that way your time is not just wasted trying to make pretties.
Cool.
That is this bright.
Too hard on the peepers?
Yeah. Well, they can't really see with that other light coming on, so.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. Sis was blowing out the door on the way to work, and she's like a bull in a china cupboard. Sandy knows that she heard it one day, and she's like, what was that? Beth Collins says, I need some of that on my body ring pendant. Some of that amazonite. Carol Ann says, I forgot to say hi to all you lovely ladies. Sandy, Gianna, Willa.
Well, hi, Marianne.
Carol Ann.
Carol Ann.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, Carolyn.
Yeah, this kyanite's really nice and cool on my hands when I touched it.
Oh, that's for sure, Roxanne. It really has been an interesting end of the summer.
So true. And I did share the metaphysical properties of the kyanite that Edna is working with in the chat when she spoke of it. Kyanite is an excellent stone for meditation and attunement. Kyanite aligns the chakras and subtle bodies instantly. It provides balance of yin-yang energies, dispels blockages, moving energy gently through the physical body. Kyanite has a calming effect on the whole being, bringing tranquility.
Oh, wow. I need that.
Yeah, Kathy, right after I put that in, she says, Willow, I need that in my life right now. Another feeling, girl.
Gee, did you know that Roxana lives in Salt Lake?
I did not.
We're going to meet up one of these days. Maybe we can all meet up.
Oh, that'd be cool.
This
Is
is
my
the trigger tool, you guys. Sorry, I forgot to put that in there. Got a cool little teeth. I don't know. Let's see if we can. Come on.
And I seen the little nubbin and dent. Is that like a bending zone?
Yeah, it's got the little teeth in there. So it helps it grab a little better.
Yeah, yeah. Kathy, Music 55 also asked in the chat, I need help. Does anyone have Never Ending Saga? His name is Kevin. His address. She's lost it and needs it.
Oh, I do not.
A what?
Just somebody.
His screen name is Never Ending Saga. His real name is Kevin.
Oh, no.
I don't think we have them in steals and deals either.
No, I don't think so either.
Westside Gary said he has it and he'll email it to her. I didn't see that.
Awesome.
Problem solved.
Yeah, that was all happening in the chat just about the time that I muted it to transition into StreamYard.
And Willow has caught us up.
I'm trying here. When you started doing your explanation, Gianna, the house phone went off twice and my sister's cell phone went off and there was all these messages. And my long-term caregiver that was assigned to me keeps giving everybody her cell phone number instead of the house number. So I gave her several chances to correct that and she still kept screwing it up. So she got reamed. Told her she would if that something like that came up. She was forewarned. Now she knows what that feels like. You gotta break them in. Sorry to say. Yes, Denise, beadwork, whoop whoop.
I know it's been a while since I've come on and done any of my beadwork with anybody, with you all.
Yeah, but we understood why and we were more than patient to give you the time you needed. Sometimes you just gotta take a break.
Yes. Take a break and put your world back together.
Yeah, most definitely.
There, we got the beginning going.
Hi, Ginger Ann.
So that's what the French wire does. Covers the other wire.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Gives it that nice smooth finish and protects it.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I didn't see where it went. Edna?
What?
Shoot,
Oh,
hold it.
That
Yeah,
Bill?
hold up so Sandy can see.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just one of those dinky little techniques that can improve the quality of your work and longevity of it. Oh, after me speaking about my long-term caregiver, Tina Powell, or Mall Powell, said, get them, Willow. They need to get stuff right.
Oh, hi, Mary Lou. Gosh, I miss seeing her in the chat.
Yeah, we've got Cinnamon and Sandy Brown and Lulu. Tina Powell. She's changed her name to Ma Powell, but I've known her as Tina.
Okay.
Roxanne Liston, Pearl Nini, Music 55 Kathy, Beth Collins. Of course, we have Denise and Ginger Ann, Carol Ann, Bobby Pizzelli. Let's see, scrolling back up. West Side Gary's probably in and out, doing a little tramping on other channels. He's got to keep up on everything. Catch them deals when he can. Scrolling up a little more.
My beans.
So everybody mark your
Mary
calendar.
Brown.
Mark your calendar. In 2 weeks from today, we will have our monthly auction. Edna and I will. That will happen 5 p.m. Central.
Awesome. Two weeks from today will be the 24th, 2 days before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do with the other one?
Let's see. We also have Mary Brown, Tamara. I think that's everybody.
I hear an unhappy grandchild right now.
Oh, and Monique has joined us.
Hello, Monique.
And yes, Sandy, I'm using my inside voice so I don't blow anybody out of their chair.
My oxygen to my torch on, and I just ran out a whole bottle of oxygen again.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Sounds like you might have something going on with your connectors or something.
Oh,
Roxana says she goes and has her battery changed on the 24th. What battery, hon? It doesn't sound like a phone battery change, so I'm assuming it's maybe a pacemaker or something to that effect.
Yeah, sounds like it, huh? Oh, gosh. There they are.
Yeah, Tina says, I've been popping in and out of all the lives going on today, too. Some of them, I was just a lurker. In other words, she's doing a little tramping, too.
Okay.
That's what it's called when you've got, like, more than one stream running at once and you're playing musical streams. And that's why people, you say something and they don't respond for 10 minutes because they've popped off to another one and is in the middle of a bid war.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. Hang on, I gotta have somebody open my room.
I think a lot of the resellers do that just because, especially now where so many people have started doing that, doing auctions on YouTube because they haven't been able to work their regular jobs and things. And you've got to bounce around to keep up with stuff if you're a reseller and you're trying to get supplies because you can't do thrift stores and auctions and things because a lot of that's shut down around the country.
Okay.
Is it a TENS unit, Roxana? She says, I have an electrical stimulator in my back to control my pain. Works great. So I'm wondering if it's not like a TENS unit.
I had one of those before I had my fusion.
She said close. It's close. But I think hers is installed. It's not an external unit. The external units work for some people and not at all for others. It's kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Mine had a mind of its own. Sometimes it felt like it because I was in so much pain with my lower back.
Yeah. And there's Mama.
Hey, Mama. Love you, Mama.
Hello, Mama. I love you, hon. So glad to see you getting back into it.
Hey, everybody. I just put a little bit of E6000 underneath my my banding here, so that way you can't see it.
Yeah, it stabilizes that outer row.
It does.
Kind of locks it in place. Beth, in regards to the TENS unit, say I use one of those sometimes. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Denise says, I'm anxious to see what my sodium level is. I'm so ready to have this pain pump replaced. My leg and back need some relief. I hope it works out for you, Denise.
Did you read what the properties of Sujilite were, Willow?
No, but I can get them here. I popped in towards the end and didn't have time to go there on your live.
All the stuff on and off there.
All right, Sujilite, also known as the Love Stone, representing spiritual love. It opens the chakras and brings them into alignment with the flow of love. Sujilite enhances the development of spiritual awareness, promotes channeling ability, and teaches to live from our truth and to believe in our sixth sense or intuition. So it is a very spiritually oriented stone.
Yes, it is.
And a beautiful stone.
My little granddaughter's upset because today was the day she was to go meet her teacher that will be doing, classes online with her for the next 9 weeks. And the teacher had double booked, and little Dot is very disappointed.
Oh dear. That's not good. You know, it's been rough enough on the kids without having them little bombshells like that dropped on them.
Right. She's so she's back there crying. She's crying on Grandpa's shoulder.
Aw. Well, it's good Grandpa's there for her.
Yes.
And Cinnamon says not one of our local physical auctions that we go to have been opened since the C19 started. Makes sourcing tough because you can't physically check them out. And Roxana, in regards to pain and spinal things, says she's had a fusion at 3, 4, and 5. Unfortunately, it didn't help much. That sucks.
Yeah, my fusion's down on my 6 and 7.
Mine's right at my lumbar thoracic connection. So I think it's like L12 or T1, I think is right.
So this girl that used to be double jointed is no longer double jointed.
Well, this girl that used to be double jointed is still double jointed, and they like to wander in the wrong places. Yeah. Mama wonders if a stimulator would help with her knees.
Don't know.
Denise loves the red beads, G.
Thank you.
Monique is asking what Sandy is doing.
I'm playing with silver. Just playing.
Are you making a Sandy clip today? Is that what you're doing?
No,
Or are you doing a
I'm
pendant?
making pendant.
So she's making a pendant.
Not in the right headspace to do a sandy clip.
Not hearing you very well, hon.
Yeah. We'll get this one done.
Okay, Mom, she couldn't hear you. Are you making a pendant?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have the. Now can you hear me?
It's better.
Okay.
I'm wandering over to the right too far.
Not in the right headspace to do a sandy clip.
Is this working with the piece of sujolite that you cabbed out on your other live?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
And
That's a
turquoise.
beautiful stone,
Yeah.
especially coming out of the scrap pile.
Yep. You just never know.
Yeah. Don't know until you take off the rough stuff and see what's hiding inside.
All right.
I'm going to mute for just a minute, guys.
Okay. Denise says Tatum only has 12 kids in his class and only 12 kids on the bus. Now, if they can keep them socially distanced on the bus and not all crowded together yakking.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Roxana says I was still in so much pain after the fusion. I was taking 30 milligram oxycodones 3 times a day. I'm so glad I got this, aka her installed pain stimulator. Cinnamon says if the TENS unit doesn't work for people, I highly recommend a PEMT, pulse electric magnetic treatment. It removes residual pain and swelling. Mama, it might help with your pain to some degree, but when the knee joints give, it usually results in a replacement. I wish I could get my knee replaced because my patella or kneecap literally just floats over and lays on the side of my leg, and I have to put it back.
Ow.
Yeah. Because I don't want it spinning and getting caught between the bones.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to put it back and tape it to hold it in place. Roxana says the change of the battery comes with a change of the program. She's really excited because it's not going to pulse anymore. I mean, that'd be like repeatedly sticking your tongue on a 9-volt, but in your spine, bzz, bzz, bzz. Yeah, that'd drive me bonkers.
Hey, Sosie.
Yeah, there she is.
Hi, Sosie.
Hey, Sosie.
Yeah.
Hi, Sos.
Okay. What I did here is I did my design halfway through. So now I have to go back and do the same thing on the other half. So it's got the same as this side.
So it's balanced.
Yes.
That can be time consuming.
It
I know.
is.
I have that board. I do the same thing.
I have the board too, but I usually use that when I go to do, you know, the necklace part for my pendants and my medallions.
Yeah.
But mine has crayon marks on it, Play-Doh, because a lot of times when I'm designing, I'll have the babies playing beside me, and of
Yeah.
course, I'm gonna get a little mess.
Yeah. No idea what that was.
My phone.
Oh,
Don't they know you're live?
I swear people have radar. The minute you go live, the phones start going nuts.
Mine does at least.
Yeah, mine does. I believe I have it muted. That's why I haven't heard it.
Okay. I think I can start wiring now. I can put it through.
Awesome. So she says, hi all, just in for a quick bit, heading to a meeting shortly.
Okay.
So she just popping in, showing some love.
Thank you for coming in.
Okay, gotta take those off again.
This pendant is going to be like shadow box style. I will be removing everything out in between here and doing a little bit of a burn on the pellon to give it a shadow box effect.
Cool.
Hopefully, hopefully, let's just hope I can get mine done. As you guys can see, I've got to lay beads, lay them straight. And anybody that knows anything about embroidery in general, period, because this is called bead embroidery, you've really got to take your time, or you can really mess the whole thing up.
Just get off track. Yeah.
Yep. And the noise you guys may be hearing is the maintenance man cleaning up all the leaves that are.
So leaf blower. And Michelle O has joined us. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Gianna, Edna, and Sandy are all creating, and I'm just manning the chat. Because they all got their noses in their work.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to keep up.
You know, the great part about this, the best part about this is you understand a lot about what me and Edna are doing, and you have a good inkling of what Mom is doing. So if we don't catch the question, you can always answer it. Oh, they're right up next to the window.
Or ask you guys to expand on or explain what you're doing if I don't know.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm just laying my beads according to the colors that I have put in the paw.
Sosie is off to work. She'll be watching later. Blessings to all. Bye, Sosie.
Later, Sosie. Love
Yes,
you.
Sophie.
Have a good day, hon.
So let's see what Mom is doing.
Looks like Mom is getting her silver together, so she got her torch reloaded with her oxygen.
Okay, and we're going to see what Edna's doing.
Looks like she's getting her beads aligned for the second half of the strand. No,
I just
she's already
started.
starting to lay them in.
Okay. And of course, I'm putting beads on a needle.
Yep. If I have to do too many of those, I have a spinner. I'll put them in the spinner.
Oh, I count them. So that way, the next one that I do, I'll know exactly how many beads to put down in there.
I do the same, but I'll load them on the needle, and then if I need to back a couple back off, I'll drop them back in the spinner.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Well, having a pile that big just laying on a table, a cat's gonna come by and. But they'll go around the spinner bowl. They'll walk over beads if I have them laid on a platform.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why my cats are all closed in a bedroom right now.
I can't do that, or there would be a whole lot of yowling going on, or fighting, or
You'll hear Mama.
yeah, they're used to. My workshop used to be in the garage at the old house, and when we moved here, everything came inside. So I had to modify my thinking to doing it with them present. And so far, so good. Every once in a great while, we'll have a spill, but I've gotten pretty good about reading their signals and knowing, put them in a bowl or do this or do that. I also have, they're bead trays that they have foam indents in that I can put the beads in. And if a cat comes by, I can pop the lid shut.
Oh, cool.
Puppies. So I could close the door. It kind of went in a circle. I get her and it made me dizzy. But I'm okay. Oh. That one is purple.
I can't tell if somebody's talking and they went in the tunnel or if it's background voices I'm hearing.
I think it's Marty talking to Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, we were talking. I'll mute next time.
I recognize that pretty voice.
I couldn't make out the voice. I was just hearing sound, but I wasn't even sure which of you girls it was on.
It's Marty. She's over here helping me.
Hello, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
Marty. Hi. They're saying hi to you.
Oh, thank you, Cinnamon.
I couldn't do it without her. She's a great help to me.
Yeah, pretty awesome that she's willing to come and help. And
Yeah, it is.
uh-oh, what was that?
It was me.
Hello, Shell. I'm in Central Time, and it's 2:49 p.m.
Hi, Shell. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel.
Shell is one of the frequenters at reseller auctions and things like that. She probably came over from Donna's channel.
Okay.
Or it could have possibly, I'm trying to think where all Sandy's been lately.
Mom's been cruising YouTube, huh?
Well, I go and try to help if she's going to be on somebody's show, dropping her links and different things, if I can. A couple of them, I'm not wrenched on that channel, so I wasn't able to.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, one of her other followers was in the chat, and I was able to ask them, and they picked up the slack where I couldn't do it because they're wrenched, I wasn't, kind of deal. So it worked out. But like when she's creating on another channel during an auction or whatever, people ask questions, and Sandy can't see them because she's working.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try to answer them as best I can. If I'm not sure, I tell them to email her and drop her email for them. And sometimes there's others there that do know and can answer the question. It's pretty awesome. She's got enough followers now that pretty much wherever she goes, somebody she follows is going to be there.
Yep.
Okay, Mama. She said she'll be back later, so it's probably mealtime, be my guess.
Yeah, it probably is. Roxanne just says that her cats would have the beads strewn from one end of the house to the other.
Yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. So I learned to modify the way that I did things to accommodate, and it worked out. We haven't had too many incidents, and they've been minor. And usually it was when I was sorting, not when I was actually beading, because I've got that one figured out. Delicate beads flying makes me cringe because they're pricey.
Ooh.
They're expensive.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
are.
and I've got to plug in little spirit beads. They're the beads that I purchased these beads through. It's an all Native American bead store, and
And Michelle's. Go ahead, hon. Sorry.
I will put their website link down in the description.
Awesome. Thank you. And Michelle O for Sandy's viewing in total capitals with 3 exclamation points says balls.
It's pretty cool that she can make her own balls too.
Yeah.
I know. I play with them.
And hers are solid silver.
Silver balls.
Precious metal balls. Nope, I hadn't done anything yet, so Michelle was like, got a cover here. So she threw it in there. And Elizabeth K has joined us. Hello, dear.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. I forgot to show what you won on the last show, so I haven't sent it, and I figured we would do it today. Oh, gosh.
Is Marva out?
Been so airbrained.
Not only that, but you've been helping me with the girls.
Yeah, and I've been trying to help Lily get the girls ready for school, so it's been pretty busy here.
Well, yeah, with school starting back up, you're going to have a level of crazies there getting the 2 girls settled and get it all figured out and get their supplies and get their hours adjusted, because I'm sure their hours was probably a little off.
Right.
You know, just from being home so long.
This is what Elizabeth won as the giveaway on my last show.
Wow, that is beautiful. Turtle.
Turtle.
So now I can send it off. I've had it sitting here on my desk so I could remember.
Did you see it, Elizabeth? Let's make sure she saw it.
It matches mine.
Make sure she didn't have her head turned. Tell us, Elizabeth, have you seen it? Did you see? Looky,
Did
looky,
you
looky.
see a turtle?
It's just a little fashion ring, but I thought it was so beautiful.
It's adorable. Yep. She got eyes on it. She says, awesome, thanks.
Talk, Mama, talk.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I moved some stuff around so I could remember where they're at.
You still forget.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I still forget.
The classic
It is
bit
a
where you can
size
find it
7
and
and a
forgot where you
quarter,
put it.
so but it's a fashion ring. It's what she won. And put it back in its little bag.
Yeah, put it back in the little bag and then put it where you can find it. If you're like me, I put it where I can find it and forget where I put it.
Okay, you want to go get one of those little bags, little envelope bags? We'll just put it in there and then we'll package it up. Yeah.
She's getting it ready to head your way, Elizabeth.
Awesome. Okay. So this part is all wired together now. That's the half.
Yeah, that's your halfway point.
Now we got the other half to wire. And we're going backwards with the same design.
Yeah. I've gotten in the habit that I do the backwards first. And then with fatigue and stuff, the right away is easier, less brain freeze, you know. Well, that way if I screw up on the backwards, I'm more aware.
Yeah.
And I don't get it all, you know, ended up, all the findings, the closure and everything on it, and then go, oh, crap.
Yeah, that's the worst, to find a mistake when you're almost done.
Yeah, and I've done it. Hello, Enville. Enville has joined us.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Enville has become a regular on Sandy's
I
channel.
am.
Nice to meet you, Bill.
Glad you came in.
Okay.
All of the dogs got out.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my God, Sandy.
Oh no. Rhodey.
Rhodey or Marva, I think, are usually the instigators, if I remember right.
Yes. Rhodey's the main instigator.
Yeah, he's the young instigator.
These are so pretty, these stones.
Kyanite is stunning. But there is a fair bit that they have to do to stabilize it to do the beads. Because it's kind of like mica and it's in like flex.
Yeah.
Now
But
I've
once
got
they have, beautiful, beautiful beads. Yes, Enville. She's doing a bear claw. Gianna is. Edna is stringing a beautiful kyanite stone necklace. And Sandy is making a pendant with obviously a bunch of balls. And I believe the bottom stone is sugilite. I'm not sure what the top stone is that she's using on that.
turquoise.
Turquoise. All right, there it is. I came in a little bit after her live had started and missed part of her stuff there.
And I'm doing handmade beads.
And Elizabeth K says that winning that little turtle made her day.
I'm glad it did, Elizabeth.
No.
And Bobby is asking Gianna, what is the material you are using for the square? That is called Helen.
Helen. Pellon, and it is number 70.
Which is the bit more firm, but not the super firm. The super firm's a little tough sometimes to get the needles through repeatedly. And Pellin can be found with the other interfacings in the fabric department in most craft stores.
You know
Did
what, guys? I
Uh,
am
well,
such a weirdo. I bought myself a thread zapper and I still use my scissors.
It's just a habit, sis. It's a habit.
I never bought one of the thread zappers because I knew I would always grab the scissors anyways. So I just never went there. I knew how I work, and I knew that it would just sit and collect dust, and I wasn't spending that kind of money for a dust collector.
But then that's the thing that I also sign my pieces with. So
Yeah. And those are the triangular bead trays, which are a dream for seed beads, because you get them right back in that little tube without having to make a paper funnel,
right.
which was what we had to do for many years before they came out with those little trays.
That or use the cap of something.
Yeah. Beth, Sandy is not making a sandy clip. She's making a pendant. She just likes to tease us and make us think she's making a sandy clip, but then she's not.
Willow, did you hear me when I said I'm making handmade leaves on it?
I didn't hear what you said there, hon.
I'm doing handmade leaves on it
Ooh,
instead of
I
caps.
love handmade leaves.
Just for something.
Yes, Roxana, I have the plastic and the metal. I started with the plastic, and then they came out with the metal. So I bought metal, but I hang on to the plastics because sometimes if I'm doing a very elaborate design, I need more than the metal ones that I have. So I grab the plastic.
Yeah, I have these bead trays all over in the house. I've got maybe 24 of them. More than that. Well, they're all over.
Yeah.
'Cause, you sit down, you want to do something, just reach over, pick it up, and work on it.
Well, I also have a copper, it's a hammered copper tray that's of a different shape. And it has a pour spout that I can pour into 1/2 by 1/2 inch zipper bags.
Nice.
They were handmade by, I don't know, some local metalsmith and was sold at the local bead shop. I wish I would have got like 2 or 3, but I only got one when I got them. They don't have them anymore. But at least I got one. And Beth Collins is asking you, Sandy, if they can see you making the leaves. If you could adjust your camera so they can see.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm going to go over to the grinder right now, but I'll
Okay.
show them.
Yes, Bobby. Yeah, I've used it for collars. I've used it, the Pellin is what she's talking about. I've used it to make the bowls, the fabric bowls that you put a soup bowl in or something, to be able to carry it to your chair without frying your fingers. I've used it for lining in purses to stiffen up the shape of a purse. I don't work with like stiff fabrics like leathers and things on a purse unless it's like doe skin or kid skin. Most of what I do is with fabrics, and I will use the Pellin to just shore it up and make it stronger, make it stand up proper so it's not like a slouchy sock. The minute you open it, it starts oozing down. I hate that.
Before many of us decided to start using the Pellon, we would soak up, oh my goodness, those little flannel squares
Mm-hmm.
in glue so that we would have a nice stiff back.
Yeah, kind of like the soak that you use for doilies.
Yeah.
to firm them up. It's a watered down, basically Elmer's type glue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that before.
And I'd do it again if I really needed it.
Ooh, hang on, cell phone.
Okay, that's a bad bead.
Ah! I want a bead.
Are you dropping stuff, sis?
No, I flipped it somewhere. I'll find it eventually.
Okay, back. Sorry about that.
Welcome
All good,
back.
Willow.
Some medical stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't have worried. But what do you mean by share goodies, Pearl Nini? You want to see like the copper dish, or? I can tell you right now, I got serious bedhead. So if I turn this camera on, look out. But I'll do it if you want me to. Hey, Turtle Trader.
Hey, Turtle.
Hi, Turtle.
Oh, okay. Well, today I am using size 11 Miyuki. Of course, you can see I've got it colored in with the medicine wheel colors. These are opaque. Size 11 Miyuki beads. Size D Nymo. And of course, a size 11, what is it colored? John James beading needle. Thanks for the coffee, Lily.
Yeah.
Coffee, anybody?
Yeah,
Sure.
no, thank you. I'm not a coffee girl.
Cheers to coffee for now. I'm actually
I can
drinking cold
imagine,
coffee.
Tina. I went to bed about 5:30 this morning, so
Oh, that sounds about right for me as well. About 5:30 this morning.
yeah. All right, Pronini, I'll get the copper thing, and I'll show the girls too that foam bead tray that I use that I can snap shut if kitties walk by. They might find that interesting. Just gotta grab them here. Try to do it quietly so I don't startle anybody.
No, no number 13 beading needle yet, but I did find 15s.
Can you guys hear me?
We can barely hear you, Mom.
Okay. How about that? Is that
A little
better?
better.
Okay.
All right, be ready for bedhead. Here I come. Yeah, it's looking a little scary today. All right, here's the copper
You up there, Willow.
core tray. It's made of hammered copper.
Very
And
nice.
the end of it here just fits in the end of a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch zipper bag.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's a pretty tiny little end,
You want to ask for 2 or 3
but this is a dream for corn seed beads.
That is nice.
You know,
And then here is, it's an acrylic tray, and it's been lined with layers of craft foam in such a way that I can keep my seed beads. Oop, I don't want one.
Nice.
And if a kitty walks by, I can just pop the lid shut, and there's no stepping in them and scattering them and the whole nightmare 9 yards of that.
part.
I got this online.
Because I don't think it's trying to open that.
It's probably been 15, 20 years ago. I don't know if they're still out there.
You think there is?
But it's just a clear acrylic shallow case, super easy to make on your own, and you could do them in any size. It's just coming up with the acrylic case.
Oh, that's
Cool.
pretty nice.
That is.
But the little shallow pockets where it's been cut out on the one layer foam, super easy to get your beads on, and you can poke a needle in there, you know, if you're having to restring and get your thread ready to go on the needle. It's super easy. It's
Nice.
just a wonderful little doodad. So there you go, Perlini.
Do you have any of your work, Perlini's asking
Um,
to show?
Let me think. Yeah, I'll go grab a couple things.
Awesome.
Never fails that when I go on YouTube, they've got a crisis. Yeah,
Such is life, huh, Mom?
I guess. I didn't have any family, and now I've got a ton of them.
They multiplied like rabbits.
I love
Not very well, Elizabeth. I keep screwing up and my hands don't want to cooperate, so it's about this big still. I'll get there though. I think I'm going to switch over to delicas instead of trying to use the beads that I was using. I didn't realize they were that uneven and they're really annoying.
What were you using?
Just whatever I had in my bead tray or in my, my bead stash that I thought would work.
Oh,
But I didn't realize some of them had some pretty unevenness to them. They're really old, and that was my cat having a conniption fit. You hear it?
quit moving.
No, she has hyperthyroidism, and about every 2 hours we have to give her some food or she can't deal. She's on medication, but so I'm going to get her something real quick, and then I'll grab some things to show, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I'm going to mute so you don't have to hear her screaming.
And for you guys that don't know, Edna has adopted me as her mother also. So I now have 2 daughters that I'm thrilled with.
Yes, Mom. Yes.
I had to put my reading glasses on just so I could see my beads. And especially the yellow ones because they're yeah, to me they're almost blending in.
I don't remember ever making handmade leaves for you guys, so I thought I'd do that today.
Let's make Mom big so you can see that.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I was looking at it.
So I'm just putting 18 gauge wire down the center of this. And when you do it, make sure that you get both ends completely soldered. It's very important to do that. And I always leave a long tail on it because I never know what I'm going to do with them until I get them on the piece. So.
And Bobby Pizzelli says that she can be your sister.
Okay. Who said that?
Bobby Pizzelli.
Okay. All right, Bobby. That'll work for me. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's see, get it. There. And
Bill, she says she's up for adoption. She's an orphan, and then she laughs.
okay. Okay. So then I've got a stamp that is just a curved line. If you guys can see that. My cup that I have all my stamps in is falling apart.
Oh no.
They're going to end up on the floor here soon. Okay, now
Oh.
just going to take this and go down each side of this leaf or whatever you want to call it.
We'll adopt you all. You and you, Parlini and Bill. We'll adopt you. Elizabeth says put your stamps in the troll mug.
In the what?
In your troll mug.
Oh, in my troll mug. But I like drinking out of my troll mug.
Yes, we do, Monique. Yes, we do.
Amen to that, Monique. Amen.
You're welcome, Paulini.
And then down the other side also. Although I've played around with the stamps too, that where I would not stamp it completely just to give it a different look. And that works out. You can do all sorts of things with these. And I like to put the lines fairly close together. It just, to me, it looks better. And this thing will start to bow after a while, so just put it back down. And here I was saying, be sure and get both ends of it soldered, and I didn't. So this is why, because it'll move on you. So. Okay, now let's see, how am I going to show this part of it? Okay, I'm going to move the camera so that you guys can see. Try not to make it too secret.
Nice fan.
What?
Nice fan. Your fan looked beautiful, Sandy.
Thank you.
Oh, look at the baby.
Okay, now I take, this is a ball peen hammer, and you can use a round punch or something like that. And I've got, there it is. I have divots in here in my stump. So you take it on the back side, and I lay it in there with the ball peen hammer. And I just want to start curling it and rounding it a little bit to give it
Oh,
give it a
wow.
little bit of character. And see, I didn't get that soldered, so I'll have to get that now. But that's how you make handmade stamps. Stamps.
Very nice.
Please, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
That is nice. Very
Liked
nice.
it.
And here I thought there was some fancy doodad, and it's a dent in the stump. Who knew?
Pardon me?
That is awesome.
I'm done with coffee.
So, let's see if we can get this soldered on there.
Looks like Gianna is ending a thread.
Yes, I am.
We had to stop and watch
Yeah, the
Sandy
weave
for a
in,
bit.
weave out. Yeah. Yeah, I sat down. I was mesmerized immediately. And then I was like, that's all it takes is a ball peen hammer and a stump with a dent in it? You know, I always thought there was some fancy doodad for that. And it ends up being a ball peen hammer and a dent and a stump, which is cool. That's totally
I
cool.
like that stuff. That looked interesting.
That actually belonged to a Navajo citizen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was very honored to get that.
Nice.
Mom's got some pretty cool stuff over there.
Totally cool. Well, there's little dents and little holes and little grooves in that stump to create and do this and that and the others. And gradually over time, we're finding out what all those little dents and doodads are for.
Yeah.
You know, it's just beyond fascinating to me.
Well, and each silversmith adds their own dents and bumps and that to it, you know.
Yeah, I could see that. Their own little quirks in the ways that they do things.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things involving silversmithing that I've always wondered how it works. And you go and you look online and you get some pompous, you know what, and they don't really tell you anything. They just blather on about the weather or something, and you know, you don't get the
They don't
answers that you're looking
tell
for
you any of their trade
the way
secrets.
you do it.
Yes, Turtle. I did say size
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there we go. That's got it. That's got it. Looks good. Okay. Now we get this other one. Make sure it's soldered.
Well, I did get some things together to show if people still want to see
Of course, we want to see your
some
work.
of my creations. Well, I didn't know for sure. They were talking about it in chat, but you hadn't said anything yet.
Oh,
Well, we will make you big.
yeah, we want to see.
Okay, here comes the bedhead again. This is a tarot bag. This is what my tarot cards go in. The
Nice.
motif on the front is Delica seed bead woven using single drop peyote stitch, and then bead fringe for miles. The bag is made of velvet and the lining is silk. This is a miniature beaded dream catcher. It's about 3 inches wide. The metal ring has been seed bead woven in 2-drop peyote. And there's fringe on that as well.
That's pretty.
And the whole weave in the center is all beaded as well with teeny tiny seed beads and bugle beads. This hangs above my bed.
It's a pretty dream catcher.
This is just a little wall hanging that I did. Again, single drop peyote stitch. And then I peyote stitched the little hangers for it. And it just a lot of weaving. And a nice little fringe on the bottom.
Pretty.
And this is a freeform malachite stone that I got. I decided I wanted to put a loose bezel. I didn't do a heavy weave on it because I wanted you to be able to see the stone. But it is a beautiful malachite stone. There's leather on the back. And the entire necklace is
nice.
Single drop peyote woven. I beaded around purse cord or curtain cord.
Uh-huh.
Have you tried wrapping cord?
I'm sorry?
Have you tried wrapping?
I have, but I don't know. I don't like the look.
I know you don't get the intricacy of your designs and everything, and
yeah.
Sometimes the when you come out at the end, your colors just, it don't look right the way it's finished. To me, it doesn't. Yeah. Unless you're a master at it, and then you can really have those lines all line up correctly and evenly in the back of your rope.
Yeah. And usually what I end up being is highly frustrated. I'm a master of slinging it out the window.
Well, Westside is asking, Willow, how long does it take you to make the dream catcher like the one you showed us?
To weave around it with the arthritis and everything, it probably took me about 3 weeks. The kitty cat wall mural probably took about 5 to 6 weeks. And probably 4 to 5 weeks on the tarot bag, probably about 8 weeks on the malachite collar necklace.
Pretty work.
Very pretty.
I love tedious beadwork. That's why I love the weaving and not just embroidering. You're using a needle and thread and you're weaving these beads together to create something dimensional. And I love that. I love that. Some people can bead faster than me. I'm slow because I have to take breaks because of the hands locking up. But I still bead. It might be slower now than it was a decade ago or 2 decades ago, but I still love doing it, so I still do it. That I knew that was the one craft that I would carry throughout my life. That and cross stitch.
Oh, cross stitch is beautiful too.
Well, I micro cross stitch.
Ooh.
28, 32, 40 count. even weave fabric, and I stitch over 1 thread. Normally you would stitch over 2, which would mean it was a quad space. So basically what I'm stitching is 1/4 the size of what it was intended, or smaller. If I change the size from what was recommended for the pattern or whatever. You want to see Aspen? I have Aspen Kitty here wanting to see what I'm doing. She's very interested in beady shiny things or anything. You know, she's a cat that dangles or crackles or, you know, she's the youngest, so.
She's the baby.
Yeah. Well, she's 4. She's not quite a baby, but she's still very baby-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to the 19-year-old that had a conniption fit because she was hungry a few minutes ago. She's quite old, so. Thank you, guys.
You are welcome. That was fun.
You're welcome. That was interesting to see your work, Willow. You did really good.
Well, I'm getting back into Native American. I did a lot of Native American when I was younger, and I ended up gifting it or selling it. But I want to get back into it and create my own stash.
I hear Grandpa play with the babies back there.
Well,
Okay.
Carol Ann, say the pattern is 14 count 8 o'clock. I will get 28 count even weave, and you normally would stitch over 2 threads to create the 14 count size. I stitch over 1 thread, so mine would be half the size of the intended pattern, or, you know, the intended size of the pattern, because they always give you, you know, if it's going to be 5 by 7 or 10 by 12 or whatever. Mine would be half of that. So you still stitch the pattern as intended. You're just stitching over 1 thread of even weave cloth versus, you know, the larger 8 o'clock. Or you can downsize or upsize. You know, if it's intended for a 14 count and you want a much larger design, you can add a thread or 2 to your needle and go to 11 count, or you can reduce the number of threads and drop down to even a 22 count hairdanger cloth, and it'll just be a smaller design. Gary says, Willow, speaking a different language, lost me at stitch.
Okay, and at the end of this one, so I'm going to put, at the end to make the loop, I put the French wire on there, along with the crimp tube. This is the fun part. I'll take this off.
I'm hiding behind the cat. This is Callie. She's my 18-plus-year-old.
Oh, she's a pretty girl. Hi, Kathy Savage. Hi, Froggy.
Hi,
Hello,
guys.
Froggy.
Froggy and Kathy.
Just so everybody remembers, the only thing that's getting auctioned today is a jewelry jar, and maybe I ought to show it to you guys, right?
Yeah, you might want to, sis.
Uh-oh, teaser.
Here she is. You've got vintage name brand in here. You've got stone beads. You've got, of course, the acrylic beads. You got things that are still on their tag. There's rings and bracelets and, of course, necklaces and brooches. Look at that panda bear. Can you see the panda bear?
I was wondering what that face was.
It's a
I was like, oh my
panda.
God, there's an alien in the back, in the
Oh,
jar.
it's a panda.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's getting auctioned today. So, but I just wanted to get us all together and let you all see the three, most of what you're seeing sold on Mom's channel and, of
Andy.
course, on my channel. Almost said Edna's channel, but she doesn't have one. Well, she has a channel. She just hasn't done anything there. But let y'all know it is such a purty jewelry jar. Very purty. So I guess in another 15 minutes, we will go ahead and start auctioning that. And Willow gets to call.
Ooh. I've done that before, actually.
Yes, she has. So we come back down here and we look at my bear paw.
Oh, you're onto the toes.
Yes, I'm working on the pitties now.
All right, I kind of started a few questions here about cross stitch. They want to see it. I'm not sure where my book is right now that I've got them in. Let me think on it a minute. So when you sound downsize, you use only thread. I had been using one thread, using only one thread. I'd been using two, and that is why I lose my stitch because of the bulk. And when I micro, yeah, I use one thread. I use DMC floss. And if I need to do back stitch outlining, I actually use Coat and Clark's dual duty sewing thread, just one thread, and do the back stitching. And I usually go one shade darker than like the intended size. I'll match up as best I can. Sometimes I'll just go with a black or a deep brown because it needs to stand out just a hair more on the micro stitching. Otherwise, it kind of gets lost. And Tina says, can I confuse Gary even more by talking crochet stitches? Yes,
Not
Carolyn.
wrong with talking about your beautiful art here. I mean, we all have an artist in us somewhere, even if we don't think so.
Well, like the girls at the local craft store, there's three sisters that own the local craft store. They're called the Kelly Girls. And I've been shopping in there since I was a kid and would go to the afternoon matinee at the theater next door to their old store. They've moved since then. And they were like, you come in here, you've been coming in here for decades. We want to see some of your work. Can you bring some of your work? I said, yeah. I said, I'll be back up here in a day or two and I'll bring some things and stop in. And I did. And I've got a little doe skin scissor case that I made that's leather and beads. And I'm pulling out all this stuff, and they locked in on the scissor case. All this big elaborate stuff, and they locked in on the scissor case that I pulled out of this tote. I didn't even realize it was in there. And they wanted to see my cross stitch, so I brought my book in. I've got a book that I keep all my micro stuff in until I purpose it. And they wanted to turn them over with cross stitch. When it's assessed, they want to turn it over and see how big of a rat's nest you've created on the backside. And that kind of indicates your level of skill. The less mess on the back, the smoother it is. And their eyes bugged out. And I was like, what, did I do something wrong? And they were like, no, where'd all your thread go? Usually it's a rat's nest. And I said, no. I said, I've never rat's nest, not since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they were pretty impressed with the level of skill I had with cross stitching and hiding the threads and not turning the back into a nightmare. because it can make it lumpy if you put it on something, if you've got this rat's nest in the back.
Yeah, and it's the same way with embroidery. When you use the floss when you're embroidery, that can really turn into a rat's nest in the back too.
Yeah. And it's in some aspects, especially if it's a very detailed design that has a lot of colors, do I carry over or do I weave out and then weave back in closer? And a lot of people will lazily cross over and they start ending up with the mound of thread that causes it. You can't go flat with it because
No,
it's
you
just
can't.
going to bow out. And you can't cut it off the back because your thread's going to come apart. Your whole design's just going to vanish. It's just going to shred.
Yeah.
Where did that thin one go? There it
But
is.
I took beadwork in, and beyond, the embroidering, I just put like a ruffle thing around this leather that I had made this little scissor case for my little nippers out of. And, I took in some of my weave stuff and what have you, and they didn't realize the level of skill, I guess, that I had developed over the decades from when I was just a little kid coming in and buying a little tumbled rock or something like that with my allowance. I think time had slipped by on them. They didn't realize just how long I'd been doing stuff, and that, yeah, you do it that many decades, you get good at it. You research it, you learn little tips and tricks, and you experiment, like with me and my micro stitching. I've never seen anybody use sewing thread as an outline stitch material, but I tried it. I was just like, I need something really small because the piece that I was doing was so tiny, but it was so intricate. It's like a mill, the old mills off the river, the creek, the water mills.
Yeah.
And it's very tiny. I mean, it's like the size of half of a bookmark. And it was intended to be, I didn't reduce it by half, I reduced it by fourth. So where it was supposed to be up here, it's like this big. And I needed something to outline, and I hadn't thought about that when I started stitching, and I'm like, what could I use? Well, I was also sewing some doll clothes, and I was sitting there with my thread and a light bulb thread. Ooh. Local fabric store closed, and they were selling all of their Coats and Clark's threads, which is what I've always used for sewing. And they were like 80, 85, 90% off. I bought one of every color they had. Just like DMC floss. I've got one of every color DMC's ever put out. Got one of every color Coats and Clark's ever put out.
Okay, so I'm putting the lobster claw on. I put the ring on. Always bend your rings towards you. Never pull back because it ruins the rings.
Yeah.
79. Let me make sure that there's that much on that card.
So we're going to put the lobster claw on there.
Let's see. Wow. And that's just for 1 month?
So what I normally do is I push down on the metal to tighten it. It hardens the metal when you do this. So we'll go to the other side. And I put the other rings on. Oops.
Dang. The pharmacy just called me my meds, and that's not all of the meds. Hey,
So it's
$179.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what you do normally, there's the ring. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Your little fuzzy there, it just cleared up. Just
Did it
get
clear?
your position, and then just wait for a second and let it. There it went. Go for it.
So we're gonna bend it this way.
Yeah.
So then I'm putting it on the other side. I have
Yeah,
my
you
other
never want to
ring.
bend them directly away from themselves on a straight line because you'll never get them back. It damages the tension in the metal,
So take it
and your jewelry piece will fail.
and go back.
Yep. Line them back up.
Now
Jewelry
pressing.
101.
Hello? Yes. Yeah.
And there.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Where is my little one here?
What's the last? Okay. There's an account too. You can take it out of there. That's the Zion Bank. Yeah.
That is awesome, Tina.
It went into the big black hole of computers.
Tina taught her husband Tim how to crochet over this past winter.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
That was nice,
So
huh?
that's the Zion Bank number.
Wish I could teach him that. Oh,
That one has plenty in it. Yeah.
I'm
She
still
says his
trying
first
to
video
teach my
on
husband
YouTube, which I
how to
think he
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
his first video on YouTube, which I think he put out just this past week or so, is all of his projects that he's done so far.
nice.
Very nice.
Carol Ann says she found some nice old needles at a thrift stores and rummage sales. I've asked the women at the senior center for some old needles they didn't need, and then they all taught me how to crochet and knit. She loves volunteering at the senior center.
And there's the necklace.
She just loves the old gals that have taught her so much. No book can teach. Yeah, the wisdom of your elders is awesome. Oh, how beautiful is that? Now you can see why it took her a while. Putting them little tiny beads in between, balancing out all the little detail bling bits and things that she's put in. You can see some little rhinestone discs that she's tucked in there to give them a little shine. Beautiful, beautiful piece.
Very beautiful.
Okay.
Everybody's oohing and on and beautifulin' and
Thank you.
I can't crochet or knit or the flip, but I do work with yarn and I always save it for winter as well.
I crochet. I haven't crocheted in a very long time.
You also knit.
I think you
Yeah.
pick it up pretty fast once it's in your brain.
Also knit. My sister and I both crochet. We both knit. As you can see, we both make jewelry.
And you both bead weave, and Lily is picking up the family traits. She's learning your skills.
She's learning. She's
She's
learning.
young. It'll be hit and miss for a while, and she'll get settled down again and things, and then all of a sudden she'll be in nesting mode and be all over you to learn it all before you're gone. And she has one advantage. She can watch your YouTube videos.
Yes.
That's a legacy that's a total gift.
She and her oldest sister both, well, my oldest daughter beads, and she is, as you can see, I put one too many beads on there, and I hate doing this, but I got to.
Frog it out.
Well,
They
we
call
all
it
know
frogging.
beads
Rip it, rip it.
beads are not cheap, but darn it.
I'm frugal with my beads. I will drop a seed bead in the carpet. I will be down there with a flashlight and my little silicone sticky end, the little pencil thing that you use to work with rhinestones, and I will find that bugger. Especially if it's a delicate.
The things we do, huh?
Well, sis, she'll see me, putting her with my nose on the carpet, leaning off of the sofa or down on the floor, and she'll be like, "What in the world are you doing?" And I'm like, "I lost a bead." Now she knows. She knows that if I'm in one of those weird positions, I've lost a bead. But for years, she's like, "What the hell are you doing? Did you fall? You need help?" Sometimes she'd go into a little panic mode. I was like, "Nope, I'm just looking for a bead. I'll get my beached whale self back up once I find it." But not until then.
Until then, I am busy. Hold the
I will.
phone.
I'll get a flashlight. I'll get my silicone stick. I'll get, a piece of masking tape. I get all my equipment because I'm going to capture that bead.
And if you could,
have a black light.
Snorkel if you could snorkel it out from down there too, huh?
Yeah, I even have a black light flashlight. Sometimes they'll stand out in the carpet with a black light better than they will with a flashlight.
Yeah, and I think that's
I'll be down there with both.
Lusters, aren't they, that usually do that? Your lusters?
Yeah, black light, you can find lusters real easy, but with the matte ones, it's usually a flashlight.
Yeah.
If I've dropped more than one bead, I will get the vacuum and the knee-high out turtle trader to suck them up. But yeah, or if a cat stepped on a tray and scattered them hither and yon. But if it's just one bead, no, I literally get down on my belly like a beached whale with my masking tape stuck to my bodice on my shirt, and I've got all my little tools, and because I don't want to have to get back up and get tools. Up and down don't work. So yeah, I load up and then down I go. It's like a spelunking expedition.
And if I can't find it, I'm always calling for the 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm. My cats will gather around if I get down on the floor. Of course they think I've, injured myself or something. And I'll tell them looking for a bead, and their noses will go down. And if they find it, they'll put their nose right on it and meow at me. I got my cats trained to look for beads.
All right.
I did this.
I got that far.
That is beautiful.
What's hilarious is if their nose is wet and they come up with it stuck to their nose.
That's as far as I got today, y'all.
You got pretty far, girl.
Yeah, considering I have to tack them down and everything, so.
Yeah.
Those are
You
pretty.
thread them on. You go end to end, threading them on and putting them in. Then you go back, and I don't know what you do, 2, 3, 4 beads. I do 2. You go between the beads and catch it on the thread and stitch in and stitch out over that thread to tack them in place so they're not waving around.
How you doing, Mom?
What do you guys think of this design?
That is cool.
Very cool.
That is pretty.
The one going over the top one looks like you've put a bandeau on their head, a 1950s bandeau little hat thing.
It did.
Everybody's like, what the hell is that?
No, I know it is. It's cute. Oh my goodness.
Show it better that way. Oops. Yeah,
Oops, she popped out big.
Right.
Yeah, make her big again, Gianna. You can see it better now where she adjusted the light.
There.
Give it a moment to
Hang on.
Focus.
Focus. You might have to hit your button, Sandy. It's
Yeah, I'm hitting it.
there it went. There it went.
There we go.
Stop.
There
Stop.
we go. There we go.
Oh,
Freeze.
nice.
Look at the detail. Boy, you got ball happy on that one, girlfriend.
Big
She
balls,
made her
little
own.
balls, medium balls.
It's cool though. I love it.
Think that looks
Very
okay?
ornate. Yes,
That
very
looks
ornate. I love the whimsy with the little curlicues and things.
Yeah.
It adds a touch of whimsy. I love that. And yes, Turtle Trader, it is quite a sight to have my flabby self sprawled out on the floor.
Okay, I'm going to move that. Put the big camera up again. Actually, the IPEVO camera is my big one. And we are going to start bidding on a jewelry jar.
Okay, you want me to do the typing as well, girl?
Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
I almost lost my chat.
I didn't hear you, hon. Do you want me to do the typing as well?
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it. Type and call. What do you want to
This
start it at?
jewelry jar has everything in it. There's even cloisonne in here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a cloisonne bracelet, cloisonne pendant in here. As you can see, there's stone. You got gold and silver tone earrings and rings. I got a couple more rings I'm going to throw in here. They're fashion rings. And we are going to start this jar out at $1.
Ooh. Got it typed. Tell me when to go.
Let's go. Start $1.
Here we go, guys. Let her rip. Auction mindset, guys. Start bid $1 for this jewelry jar. That one's gonna roll over. My phone rings. Right. Seriously?
Oh.
Elizabeth K is in at $1. Come on, guys. Get your auction minds. Put your auction hat on.
Ooh, look at the butterfly brooch in there, the panda ring, a heart brooch. Oh.
Got Cinnamon came in at $1 as well. You'll need to go higher, Cinnamon. Beth came in at 5. High bid is 5, everyone. Simply Roberta is in at 10. Gonna have to go higher, guys. Check and make sure you're current, that you're not lagging.
Give you a view. Ooh,
Summers is in at 15.
bracelet.
Roberta's in at 20.
Necklace.
There's
a
some hematite.
necklace in
Ooh,
there.
a hematite fan. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are hard to find nowadays.
Silver
Beth is
tone.
in at 21.
What did I just knock out? Silver tone. Earrings on a hook. I had them wrong. They have little
Oh.
bling bling on there.
Ooh, oval hoops with bling.
Those are nice.
Cinnamon's in at 22.
There. Of course, one of the rings I just put in. Come on.
Trust me,
focus.
guys, her jewelry jars are epic. You will not be disappointed. Did you
These
tuck
are
any silver in today?
These are clips.
Oh, wow. A cougar. Tina's in at 24. Did you put any silver in it today, hon?
I will once it reaches a certain amount.
Ooh. Teaser. Bring it on, guys, if you want silver.
Posts.
Oh, how pretty. Those are very 80s. Cinnamon's in at 26. And hello, Anne. We're currently bidding on a jewelry jar. If you want to get in, I bid's
Another
26.
one of those rings.
Summer is in at 28. Tina comes in at 30.
pretty little healing hand, Hamza, whatever everybody wants to call it.
Yeah, that's a Hamza hand.
Bracelet.
Tamara comes in at 35.
Good gosh.
And the fact they didn't leave a message on my phone is a good indicator it was a solicitor. So perfect one to ignore.
Got glass here.
Yes.
Ew, look at that.
Oh, you know what? It didn't go through, did it? Because I put a check in. Yeah. Okay.
And look at this necklace.
I put a.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are those jump rings?
It wouldn't have posted today because I just.
No,
Is that a chainmail chain?
it is a chainmail chain type. Very gorgeous.
Oh, wow. That chainmail chain would have taken forever. Tina's in at 38.
Red snake brand necklace.
That's the kind that they use the bead caps and stack them, and it becomes articulated, and you can do so many fun things with that.
Hmm.
Nothing else, it's fun to play with.
Here's the cloisonne bracelet.
Ooh, cloisonne. I love cloisonne.
Beautiful little flower brooch.
Ooh, that's for Easter, spring. Little spring bling. Vintage, beautiful piece.
These are glass.
Ooh, those are Chet's glass.
Oops. Got a
Some of their
BB
fancy
brand
glass.
bracelet. Stretch, still a good stretch.
I love stretch bracelets because they're awesome to take apart and use the components and other things.
That one didn't.
But I won't wear one. They drive me nuts.
This almost reminds me of a steel
A spoon
guitar.
ring. Yeah.
I should have checked to see if this will. Oh, man, there's my bead.
Okay, my hand
Get your
can't
car on my
get back.
thigh.
That you still got a
The
lot
cat's
more in
sleeping.
there.
Good.
Yeah. She hasn't even shown you a third of it, guys. Tina is holding at 38. If you want to see some silver, guys, you got to get into it. Trust me, her jars are worth it. She only puts good stuff in them. No crap. No
They're all
faded
red.
out. Yeah. She does. She only puts good stuff in her jars. She said some of it is new with tags. Tony Dodge comes in at 40.
Getting close. Very
And
close.
bring it up a little higher before the silver starts getting added to the jar.
Oh.
Tina comes back at 42. Tamara is out. Anybody else?
Oh, let me get that silver.
She's going to go get the silver. Tony Dodge comes back at 45. Ooh, I see some silver bling. She's digging in her little boxes. Here comes the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tina's in at 47.
Hey, better, swing, better, swing, better.
Yeah, I don't have enough wind to do that, Sandy.
Yeah. Well,
Tony Dodge comes in at 50. We're at the $50 mark, Gianna.
This beautiful
Ooh,
opal
inlay.
inlay.
That turquoise?
Opal.
Or is that marble?
Opal. Blue opal.
Opal. Sterling and opal. Tina's in at 55. Good day, Kathy. Welcome. We're auctioning off a jewelry jar. High bid is 55. If you want to get in on it, jump right in.
That ring is a size 7 1/4. goes in.
Cinnamon says, "Drats, George just walked in back into jewelry jail."
Okay.
Chrysocolla.
Ones.
We got some Chrysocolla sterling earrings going in.
Oh, I love those. Beautiful. Tina's holding at 55. We've got sterling going in the jar, guys.
These have.
We got to see it keep going before she'll add more.
These little pendulums are 925 as well.
Are those tiger eye?
No. I think they're red jasper.
Oh, yes, red jasper. Red jasper.
And this pendulum will go in.
Ooh.
Looking. There you are. Aha.
Yes, high bid is 55, Kathy. She's adding silver in. If you want to jump in with a bid, feel free to do so. Got some beautiful pieces in here. She's added some opal and sterling in a ring, and she's added red jasper, and she's added some chrysocolla earrings. All those items with silver findings, silver settings. There's also new and tag in the jar. Some beautiful stuff. Everybody knows Gianna's jewelry jars are epic. Dreamy stuff in there. Tony Dodge is out. Oh, looky there, another little ring.
Obviously.
Yeah, they want to be grumpy today about focusing. There it went. Ooh, a little bling and some inlay. Look at that.
Sterling. This is what I'll throw in.
Tina's holding at 55. Tony is out. Anybody else? Last chance, guys, or we're going to start calling it at Gianna's Go. And we're getting crickets. Anybody else? Hello, Lily.
Hi.
Tamara comes in at 60.
What's that other bag that had the sterling in it over here? Oh, there it is. This is it.
Tina comes in at 65. Awesome to know, Cinnamon.
How about some marked?
See the mark? Yep.
Hello.
Nice.
They are malachite pierced post.
Ooh, I love malachite.
And then Noah's Ark sterling.
Cute. Tamara comes in at 75.
Pendulums will go in now at 75. But yeah.
Kathy Valentine comes in at 80. I think we got an auction.
Okay.
Tina is out to Tammy. Tammy comes in at 85. Anybody else?
I do have some. Did I put those things I used? Had them.
You still in, Kathy?
Kathy's posting.
Or are you out, hun?
Kathy's probably just now waking up.
Got to get them cogs a ticking. Simply Roberta says, nice jar, G.
Thank you.
Cinnamon says, just sold the same blue and white stone band ring for $79. So that basically that ring is gonna almost pay for your jar,
Mm-hmm.
unless you want to keep it. But there's more than enough in that jar to pay for itself on resale.
Where did I put the sterling
Or it'd
back?
be awesome for Christmas gifts for the ladies in your family. Give them all kinds of goodies of all ages. Mom and sis and the offspring and the next offspring, and you know, girls love bling. Kathy says, I'm out. I did get the last one. Tina says, lots of beautiful jewelry in there, but I have a spending limit. I know the feeling, dear. We are holding at 85.
That fell out of the bag.
Anybody else want to hop in? Otherwise, everybody else that was bidding has outed, and Tamara is holding at 85.
All right, start calling.
All right, guys, here we go. We are going once. Well, I typed it, but I didn't have my little line awake in the chat. I think I'm having a Monday.
And I found my threads up.
Yay! We are going once, guys.
I've got sterling backs for that. Let's see. Put them back in here.
Hello.
We are going twice. Hello.
My baby son.
Hello, baby son.
Hello.
Yeah, I do it all the time too, Kathy. Just not usually in the middle of an auction. We are at fair warning, guys. Last chance. And we are sold to Tamara for $85.
Thank you, Tamara. Did you write that down?
Thank you, Tamara.
Very nice.
Wake up, Lily. She's putting you to work.
You guys want me
Congrats,
to
Tamara.
auction a couple of pieces of jewelry while we're here and they're still working?
That's fine. Let me grab me a fresh bottle of water real fast while you're grabbing that.
Okay, I can do that. Why are you working? Because you're such a sweet girl.
Kind of hard to call when your tongue's stuck to the top of your mouth. Nah, 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 nah.
Don't be a ball baby. Whoa, I guess that's the one that wants to go. We'll auction off a necklace and a bracelet.
Yes, they are, Kathy.
This is Mark.
Gianna's been working on a bear claw, a beaded bear claw. She made a beautiful kyanite necklace. Sandy has been working on the pendant that you see on the screen in her little box. The lower part she'll be putting sugar light, and the top part will be turquoise. Beautiful pendant.
Okay, this pendant is has a stamp in it. Is R, the inside of a bear, which is running bear shop. It says shop. I believe it's Trading Post, but I will let you see the back. RB inside of a bear, sterling stamped underneath. Has the coyote and the moon with a nice piece of coral on an 18-inch chain. And we're starting this one out at 25.
Here we go, guys. Coyote, a howling at the moon. Beautiful
Yep.
sterling piece.
Ooh.
Choo-choo. Chortling at me is not going to allow you to stay on my table right now. But I do love you. I have help.
I think.
There it went. There it went, right there. What stone is that in the bottom? Is that coral?
Coral.
Coral.
Beautiful red coral piece. I thought so because I seen the little divot. Kathy Valentine is in at 25. I love that piece. It's beautiful.
It is. I just barely saw it, Willow.
What was that, Edna?
I just barely saw that one.
Yeah. She's hiding it from you.
Yeah.
Beth is in at 26, and I told you to stay off the table. Shoot.
She'll hide all the words ones from me.
She probably hides them from everybody because everybody would be like, ooh, I like that. Can I get it for $10? You know? No. But I'll tell you when the auction is.
But you know what, guys? That's kind of getting hard on my poor arthritic shoulder. I think maybe I ought to just go like this.
Here's your stand, honey. Get your stand.
What I normally do.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Switch to your perfect.
What is that? Yeah.
Beth is in at 26. Tamara comes in at 28. Kathy is back at a 30.
So you can see the mark again.
Cool. This is a stamped artisan piece, guys. Anybody else? Beth, Tamara, are you still in? You gonna come back?
So the bear paw, when I'm finished, it will be posted up on my Facebook and shared in Instagram. I believe I have all that information down in the description.
And probably auctioned off at your auction 2 weeks from today,
Mm-hmm.
which is the 24th. Two days before my birthday.
Gee, I think I'm going to have to go lay down, honey.
You sound like you're getting tired, Mom. I can hear you breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go rest, hon. You can always finish that tomorrow on your next live.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Hey,
Thank
get
you.
some rest, Mom.
Yeah, for having me. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I had fun too.
Very fun watching all three of us do our own different thing.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
hope the chat liked it. Okay,
There's been
guys.
several comments.
I will see you all. I will see you all later.
Rest well, dear. All right. Tamara is out. Beth is out. Kathy Valentine is holding at 30.
Go ahead and start.
Anybody else? Go ahead and call it, you say?
Yep, start calling or
All righty.
bidding or out. Ooh.
We are going once, guys. Going once to Kathy at $30. And we're going twice.
She's okay as long as she's quiet.
Last chance, guys. Calling fair warning. And we are sold to Kathy Valentine for $30. Congratulations, Kathy.
Yes. I'm going to have to. Oh, no, her package went out already, didn't it? All right.
Not yesterday.
Okay, I've got a couple of others that still need to go out. And I've got this beautiful Zuni.
Ooh,
It's Old Pawn.
there you go. We aren't having to cock our head to look at it.
It is Old Pawn bracelet.
I love the colors on that.
Now I got to get you the information. I have it all typed up on something on my desk, and I should have pulled it up.
Well, we're not in a big hurry.
Okay, this is a 6-inch sterling silver, 3 inlay sun faces. The shell, which is spiny oyster, as you can see, that they did just lay it in there crazy because they weren't gonna go back and get it once they pawned it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of your pawn stuff is a little rough looking, but sometimes that more primitive look is appealing.
Yes.
It adds character.
And I'm starting this one out also at 25.
All righty. Here we go. Well, I forgot to type cuff in that, but I think everybody's got the gist. Brain fart. Got a little mental flatulence going on. I'll use big words and at least I'll sound somewhat intelligent.
Well, you are intelligent. Any interest?
Not yet. They're pondering.
All right.
Beautiful cuff here, guys. Zuni made. Kathy comes in at 25. She sees the beauty. And look on both sides of the little faces. They got balls. Balls, balls, balls. Them little faces are wearing earrings.
Yes, them's is. Old Pawn.
Some of that old pawn stuff, I mean, even if they made it rapidly, it's still just cool. And knowing that they generally make it rapidly because they need quick cash, and the way that they're able to do inlay that fast, that's pretty amazing. You can tell that there's a skilled artisan in the tribe that just knows how to pump that stuff out, to support their tribe.
Because you've got of course, you see the onyx, and then you see the mother pearl. Like I said, spiny oyster, turquoise, and then the bottom of the faces also have the mother of pearl in there, and the inlay is done with the onyx.
The little mouth looking little round in the bottom, is that a drill out in the inlay?
It
or
is.
Is there something in there?
Well, what they used to do is they used to just put black paint down in them, and if you look carefully, it's wearing out.
Yeah, kind of an enameling kind of effect with like an enamel paint.
Yeah.
But just seeing the silver is perfectly fine as well. I mean, silver's stunning.
This is from the late 50s and early 60s.
Kathy says, I heard someone call them raindrops. Sounds cute. Kathy's holding at 25. Is anybody else going to come in on this beautiful cuff? Zuni Old Pawn, 50s and 60s. This is an old piece.
Not yet.
I just think this was made before the hippies took a total stand in the world. Pre-hippie Indian bling. Gotta love it.
That's very pretty.
It is very pretty.
I always loved the sun face design and Zuni art.
Well, I guess just go ahead and start selling it to Kathy.
All righty. We are going once to Kathy. at 25. Y'all are missing out. You're gonna let her steal this for 25 bucks? That's a lot of sterling, a lot of inlay. Kathy says, just about as old as me, just an old hippie. We are going twice.
I thought I'd do a little fun with the auction here at the end, so everybody
I love
wouldn't-
it.
Yeah. Could get something out of it as well. Well, after, they've seen us labor. No.
Thing is to us, it's not, or at least to me, it's not seeing labor. It's learning and just the fascination of seeing others create their art and doing so
There you guys
in a
go.
trifecta.
See that?
That is just cool. We are at fair warning.
There, they can see it later.
Oh, they're going to see it.
Yep, she'll pop back over to you here in a minute.
Oh no, I'm just trying to adjust it.
You're fiddling.
Yes, I'm fiddling.
And we are sold to Kathy for 25. That's a hell of a steal, Kathy. Congrats.
What did I do with its bag?
I don't know.
All
Put your little
righty.
beads away before they end up everywhere.
Oh, I will.
The whole time I've been like, oh my God, please, no cat, no cat.
No, there's no cats out.
No,
I
my cat's
know,
been
but-
sleeping this whole time.
Mine have been loose, and then my mind just goes there. I mean, think a little over a year ago I had 9. I'm down to 4. My mind's still on the 9. Trust me, beating with 9
Kathy,
cats.
on your bracelet. Sorry, Willa.
What was in
You're
there?
fine, hon.
Shaking.
But yeah, beating with 9 cats helping. Yeah, that's an adventure into itself.
That is.
Oh.
Okay, Edna, you are
Look
up.
at that. She slipped out some earrings to match when we weren't even looking.
Very beautiful, sis.
The stone in that necklace is kyanite. And then she's added the wavy discs. And there's also some rhinestone discs in there. Little tiny silver beads in between. Beautiful, beautiful piece.
Very beautiful.
Kathy says, I'm going to have to go into hiding stealing it at that price. Thanks.
Now just put your wrist behind your back. Thank you, Elizabeth. Actually,
is
with
stunning.
this set, I could see just something simple. Throw a t-shirt on and blue jeans, just something simple to throw on and wear. It still look really nice.
It just upgrades a simple outfit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And kyanite has that beautiful denimish kind of shade of blue.
Yeah.
That kind of,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just a denim-y kind of shade of blue that I love. Beautiful stuff.
Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm gonna move my camera.
Hi. We get to see you
And I
now.
wore my niece's earrings today, everyone, that she made, Lily. So
Beautiful. Yeah, a couple of people complimented you on your earrings early on. I don't remember if I said anything.
But yep, thanks everybody for coming, watching us make our beautiful pieces. Of course, me and Mom didn't get ours done, but you'll get to see them.
You both got pretty far on them.
Yeah, we did. But if you're an actual beader, if somebody who does beadwork, I have stuff like this laying all over the place.
yeah.
This is a purse. It's going to be a purse. So it'll be a fully beaded purse on the front. The back side won't be, but the front side will be. And without you, I wouldn't have my channel. Don't forget to like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell so you can get my notifications. And don't forget to leave a comment after the video. It's really good to see you. I hope those of you in the fire areas are taking good care of yourselves, keeping yourselves nice and cool, because that heat from the fire can make your summer and your fall even more worse hot.
And the smoke. Ugh.
Yeah, and the smoke. I really appreciate the time that you've taken to spend with us today. But with that, we have Willow from
Emporia, Kansas.
and Edna from,
Salt Lake City, Utah.
and we had Mom Sandy from Farron, Utah, and I am from West Wendover, Nevada. So thank you, everybody. And don't forget to mark your calendars, the 24th of this month, 2 weeks from now, Thursday at 5 p.m. Central. Edna and I will have our auction. Bye, everyone.